So I've got a little short video here which will make a big difference in your practice if you will do it. And this video and these directions are really for the doctor, because until the doctor starts to do this, nobody else in the office will. And I get a lot of resistance, and typically the older the doctor and the more male the doctor, the more pushback I get. Well, I can say that because I'm old and male. And I can also tell you that I learned this lesson the hard way. So take my word for it, this is a very easy thing to do that will make a big difference in your practice. You've heard the expression garbage in, garbage out. When you put garbage into the computer, that's just what you get out. However, you also get a lot of extra work out. Not for you perhaps, but for your staff. And that's another reason why you don't want to put garbage in. You keep from putting garbage in by checking your day sheet at the end of the day before you go home. Simple thing to do. When you put garbage in, not only do you get extra work out, but you lose money. And check your day sheets, go back retroactively and check a few day sheets. I will guarantee you, you will find mistakes. So no matter how careful other people are, nobody knows what you did as well as the provider. So doctors, you're losing money if you don't check your day sheet every single day. I'm going to show you how to do it. Don't worry, it's real easy. We're going to go into Open Dental. We're going to go to Reports from any screen. You'll get a little drop down, it'll say Standard, which you don't see here. And then you'll see Reports. And we're going to go to Procedures. Right down here, it will default to today's date. And because we're doing this every evening before we go home, we'll have today's date in there. And then we're just going to pick the provider. Only one provider. The problem with running a whole day sheet and trying to check the day sheet is just too much junk on there. And it's too confusing, it's too much work. So we only want to look at the procedures done by this particular provider. In this case, it's going to be the doctor I'm talking to. However, in the illustration, it's going to be the hygienist. So I went to Reports, I went to Procedures, it defaults to today's date, although I could put a different day in there if I wanted to, and I picked the provider. Boom. This is the report I get. In this case, it's for the hygienist. But it's all on one page. By the way, you print this report, and then you can go through and say, did I do these procedures? Is this correct? Well, you know what? I didn't use fluoride on that patient, or I did bite wings on this patient, or I didn't do bite wings on that patient. So I want the doctor to start doing this first, and then tell the hygienist they need to do it. All the providers need to do this, but the doctor needs to lead the way. So the doctor does it first, then tells the hygienist how to do it. But all providers do this before the end of the day. I know if you're kind of like me, you can't remember what you did during the day. So doctors can get a little bit of help from the chair sides. That's okay. The chair side can even print this for you. I'll go along with that. But you and the chair side or chair sides need to go through this very quickly. I mean, we're talking about this whole process taking less than 1 minute before you go home. You go through each one of those patients at the end of the day and say, yes, that's what I did. No, I didn't want to charge for that. Or yes, I did want to charge for that x-ray. Make your corrections. Print a new day sheet that's correct. And then you sign it. Each provider is going to sign their own day sheet once it's correct. Now, even if you write very slowly, this whole process from start to finish, from the go in and run the report, print it, check it, and sign it, shouldn't take more than 1 minute. And you do this every single day before you go home. So there it is. If you can't remember 1, 2, 3, each provider prints and checks the day sheet, make any corrections, then sign the final day sheet and turn it into the front desk before you go home. Why am I hitting the doctors so hard here? Because you do lead from the front whether you want to or not. Okay, and I can tell you that the other providers, primarily the hygienists, are not going to take this seriously if the doctor doesn't do it first. And the doctor's production tends to be greater than the hygienist's production, so the errors are more important. So it's easy, it's quick, and people are very resistant to do it. Don't be. Check your day sheets at the end of each day, sign them, and turn them into the front desk. so this doesn't happen. And believe me, it will. Doctors, check your damn day sheets. Then insist that the hygienists do the same.